Good evening. It's 7:30 on August 3rd, 2021. I'd like to call this meeting of the Community Development Agency to order. And would the secretary please call the roll? Here.
Here. Here. Here. Here. Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
Great, thank you very much. We're good to go. Next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from May 18th. You're in receipt of that document.
So moved.
I need a motion. Thank you, Mr. Massey. I need a second, Mr. Burr. Thank you very much. Are there any questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Treasurer's report.
Good evening. How's everybody this evening? It's my last one. I'm happy to deliver it.
Okay. Kelly, pressure's on.
Kelly's here. As you can see from the report, the last meeting we had, it was on May 2nd. And from May 2nd, we spent the money that you see listed here. Those checks total up to about $190,000, with $133 of it being paid to the city of Middletown. And that's kind of the good news, because if you look down at the bottom, you'll see that the agency borrowed $105,000 from Middletown to conduct business, but paid back $133. So it made up $28,000, which is the way it's supposed to go. And we have a combined balance of $68,000, and we had one sale so far this year, 198 Wickham, and I think we have another pretty rich one coming up soon. I kind of forgot the address. What is it?
21 Pines.
21 Pine, and I think there's some money in that one.
Yeah,
That's
I was
all I
talking to the director, and it sounds like it'll be a good deal all the way around.
Right.
Thank you. This is an informational item. Are there any questions? Not hearing any. Don, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Next item is the Executive Director's Report.
Good dish.
Good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank Don for all his help all these years with the CDA. It was a true pleasure working with him, and wish him the best. And I look forward with working with Kelly and her joining the CDA and all the good things that we're doing with this program. So my report for tonight is, yes, the 21 Pine Street is going to closing. The bank is working with the prospective buyer. So construction is completed, rehab is completed. So we had an appraised value on the property, $270,000. So it came in at a good value, and we set the sale price 80% post rehab value to $216, and we're looking at our CDA grant of $20,000. So the estimated price, home buyer's first mortgage is looking at $196. So there's also some other incentives through the bank and the state that Pathstone is helping the potential buyer with this. So we're on our way to selling this. And good news on this one, we took this property for taxes for $34,273, and that's going to be repaid to the city as part of the selling price. So this, like Don mentioned, this is a good property, and we were able to all around work this out in our favor. And also it's gonna put a new homeowner in the neighborhood, and I know they're all looking forward to that. So also a couple other things here. We're working on, you're gonna see on the agenda, a resolution to accept a bid for 8 Talcott Place. So that's gonna be our next home to rehab and sell. And we began preliminary work on a couple others that we're hoping to get to this year or early next. 149A Wisner. We have to do some surveying and all that, but that house is going to be targeted for the rehab program. And also, we begun on 33 Lafayette Avenue. We had to clean that out. As you know, you might not know, there was a situation there with the house with a hoarder situation. So from basement to attic pretty much, and it took about 10 dumpsters to clean this property out. So that's all cleaned out, and now we're going to be doing also some survey work there, and then begin to work on that for the rehab program. Besides that, I think that's all I have for tonight.
Okay, are there any questions for Maria? This is an action item, so I need a motion.
So moved.
Accept. Thank you, Mr. Massey. Mr. Burr, you can help me out? Thank you very much. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Director's report carries. I just wanted to comment. Alderwoman Ram Kasoon and I were familiar with this house. I've been here 8 years. It was empty when I got here. It's been a source of consternation, as many of these homes have been, I'm sure, but we've lived it. And I know the people on Pine Street, 12 out of 13 will be very happy with the outcome. So thank you for that effort. It's a great program. All righty, on to bills and communications.
We have a whole host of bills. Pat Stone, that's the $1,500 we owe them for the closing of 198 Wickham. As you know, they're the folks, the organization, the nonprofit that qualifies the homeowners, and their fee is $1,500 per house. Deluxe is office supplies checks. American Pest is some pest control work at some of the houses. Interest owed to the city for the bridge loan. Greenberg Associates is the appraisal for 21 Pine. Eagle View is surveying of the roof for one of the homes. Times Hill Record legal ads. Gene Grillo legal services. And then the Service Master, what I talked about, the cleaning out of the Lafayette property.
Okay, are there any questions? I want to know, does anybody have any objections to treating this as one resolution for all of these expenses?
No.
Hearing none, I need a motion that we disperse funds accordingly for the items that have been described. Do I have one? Mr. Green, yes. Second, Ms. Ramkasoon, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Motion carries, thank you.
Mr.
Is
Vice,
anyone aware of any old business?
yeah, Mr. Vice Chairman, I believe the treasurer's report is an action item.
Oh, my bad, as usual. We have a motion to accept the treasurer's report. Thank you, Mr. Massey. Thank you, Mr. Burr. Any discussion in retrospect? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Motion carries. And I even practiced, that's too bad. Is there any old business that we should be aware of? Old business? No. Okay, moving on to new business, as was described, there are two resolutions before you, 2021-11 and 2021-12. These are to take care of the property at Talcott. Would you like to give some background on these resolutions?
Sure. In your packet, you'll see we received 3 bids for 8 Talcott. And if you notice, one of the bids came in at $132,585, which we had to reject because he put a note on the bid that upon award of the bid, material will be checked for pricing. So that disqualified that bid, and we checked with legal counsel as well. And we felt, and Mike, our rehab inspector, felt Matthew J. Davies contracting at $162 was the fair price because it was close to his rehab cost that he estimated, close to his estimates. So we're recommending the $162,000 for Matthew Davis construction. And then the second resolution you have before you is for 8 Talcott to borrow the $142 financing from the city for the bridge loan to work on Talcott.
Okay, these seem to be relatively clear-cut. Are there any questions about these two resolutions? Hearing none, thank you. I need a motion to approve Resolution 2021-11 to award the $162,000 for that bid. Do I have a motion? Mr. Burr, do I have a second? Ms. Ramkasoon, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Motion carries, thank you. And then the second one before us this evening is 2021-12. As the executive director described, that's for the bridge loan financing for $142 plus financing costs. I need a motion to adopt this resolution. Mr. Burry helped me out, thank you. Mr. Massey, thank you as well. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstain? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Is there any other business that should come before this committee? Hearing none, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And a second, all in favor? I'm sure you're aye. Thank you very much. And you got 20 minutes.